Hello, welcome back to Divine Destiny Guide. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Sending you the purest of love and light. And my sis, I will say, TK, if you're listening, just know that you're in my thoughts, you're in my prayers. And don't be afraid to venture out into different avenues. It's like it's the holiday and there's so many other opportunities opening up out there. Me saying what I'm saying to you without speaking out loud, because you know what I'm saying to you, but just look into other areas and keep looking into what it is that you want. But in the meantime, see what else is around you that you can do in the meantime, while you keep on investigating, keep on doing your research, keep on looking into other things. Just go ahead and just do what you can with what you have at the moment. It may not be what you want, but at least it will stop the hemorrhaging. It will stop the gap, and that way. So who knows, maybe God is saying it's not now, it's not your time. It could be different things, but at the same time, make do with what you have where you are right now. Just look around and look at those other areas where you can get in. It's like they say, get in where you fit in until such time, okay? And you're in my thoughts, you're in my prayer. May God continue to richly bless and keep you always. So if it's your first time, welcome, returning soul tribers, new soul tribers. Thank you for your love and support. I really truly appreciate you. So the first card here it came out, it's the Mercury. It says your words carry the potential to inspire, heal, and illuminate the minds and hearts of those around you. Use this gift with intention and authenticity. So for a lot of you, it's with the Mercury, you have the moon. A lot of you, you're very mystical, angelic. I mean, in our hands, it's like you just glowing, radiating. And I believe to whom much is given, much is required. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. And so for a lot of you, you're here as healers and light workers. You're giving back. You're pouring into others. Why? Because you have gone through some things in your life, your experiences, your pains, your messes, the things that were supposed to embarrass you, or the things that people wanted to embarrass you. God used that to give you a platform, an opportunity to pour into the lives of others so that people can know, hey, you're not alone. Also, even if you have messed up, it's like we all sin and fall short of the glory. And God is for us, and because he's for us, who can be against us? So for some of you, you have such a great calling on your life. Your words, it carry weight. You can inspire, heal, and uplift others as well. And Spirit is saying, use this gift with intention and authenticity. Be yourself. It's like, be you. Everybody else is taken. So just be you. Show up as yourself. When you show up as yourself, you won't get tired, you won't get weary, because you don't have to fake it to make it. All you're doing is faith in it. FAITHING. Your faith in it. You don't need to fake it to make it. Just be you. Be who you are. You are unique. Whatever cross you bear, other people may have gone through similar things, but hey, it's like nobody went through what you went through. Nobody carried your cross with so much grace like you have. You don't look like what you've been through. You took the high road. You choose to be better, not bitter. So Spirit is saying, use it with intention and authenticity. Be your true self. Show up who you are authentically. And again, your tribe, your vibe will attract your tribe. we're not for everybody, but we're certainly for somebody's, right? So don't worry about it. It's like build it and they will come, that kind of thing here. So for a lot of you, fire, you could have that somewhere. All of us have, I'm thinking when I see the fire, it's your passion. It's you're driven. It says your ability to be passionate, take risk, and pursue your dreams with favor is a testament to the potential for growth and transformation within your soul. So yeah, so for a lot of you, that creative juice, it's flowing, it is on. I mean, look at all that fire, the redness. It's beautiful that you're exuding at this time. So whatever it is, and again, the thing is, when you're in your life purpose, you will love it. You're passionate about it. You're creative, you're all in. And it's like when you keep going, it says, and pursue your dreams, with that strength, that stamina. It's a testament to the potential for growth and transformation within your soul. So it's like even while you're sharing your testimony, even while you're helping others, you're healing yourself as well. You're growing, because you'll notice when, say for for myself, it's like when I've experienced some things in the beginning, whenever I wanted to cry, whenever I wanted to talk about it, I would cry or, just get a little bit shaken up. But then the more you continue to share, you'll notice you can say it boldly, courageously. And it's like you can even laugh about it because it's behind you now. So it's like you heal as you go. And it's because of this passion. It's because you're true to yourself. Also, even your own emotions as well. You're true to that. So yeah, keep going. And I again, when I see universe, I see God. I see God. Like the psalmist says, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and everything that dwells therein. But uni means one, verse is like a song. And I just think a lot of people want to be politically correct. It's almost like they don't want to give God the respect that he deserves. So it's like universe. And I'm not a follower. I serve God and I stand for God always. And yes, every time, everywhere I see these, I see God when I see the universe. Because again, God made everything. Even the universe is made by God. So for me, the universe is like speaking it out into the atmosphere. It's almost as if you write a book, you write a song, and people don't want to give you your credit. He's the creator of this world, and people love the creation, but they don't want to give respect to the creator, so they find another word. It's almost as if somebody refused to use your government name and want to call you outside of. And then of course we pick up on the trend and the universe. To each his own. But again, for me, when I see the universe, I see God. Because the universe cannot do anything outside of God. And truth is, if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. So it's good to research, look into things. But there are some things, respect is due where respect is due. Credit is due. And for me, it's final there. I'm not questioning God. And for me, there is no one else outside of. Like I said before, without even seeing this card, I may not be for everybody, but I'm for somebody's. So, take it however it resonates. But I'm not going to be open to other views or other things. Everybody can do what they want to do. But I know I'm not going to confuse it, because when I look at Solomon, the wisest man he was, until he started to entertain all of these wives and concubines, and all these women were showing up with their own gods, and he was trying to entertain all of their gods. What happened in the end? He forgot about his God. So again, if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. So we're here not to conform to this world, not to fit in, but to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. We are only passing through. And so if I am an earth angel, if I am a healer, then who is protecting me? You know, to me, the universe, everything around me is big. It's beautiful. When I'm speaking out into the atmosphere, you know, because the power of life and death is in the tongue. But at the end of the day, my creator, where all of my respect is due, it goes to God Almighty. And that's final. That's final. So again, to each his own. But when I see universe, I see God. Uni is one, verse is song. What's the one song? What's the one verse? You know? Like I said, people try to make twists when they want to entertain other things, or they don't want to give God his credit that is due. And if we look at life too and society, a lot of people use things, play on words, and we don't even look at it. Because like, I would never ask anybody how many kids you have. Do you have any kids? Because for me, and again, growing up in the islands, kid is a goat. It's a young goat, you know. So it's a baby goat. And if I'm thinking all the sheep going to heaven, the goats are going to hell. And yes, I've used the term GOAT, greatest of all times. But again, this is how people play on words to kind of get us to conform. People know what they're doing. You can never cook a frog. You can't put a frog in hot water. It will jump out. So what do? You put it in the cold water, slowly turn the heat up, and as the heat gets going, then it get cozy, it feels good. Before you know it, it's cooked. And then before we look around, we see everything change in front of our eyes. And it's like, when did this happen? Well, it's been slowly going on. But, you know, think about it. So when your child is acting up, what are you calling him? What are you calling her? You know, so these are just things to look into. A lot of people say things to make it seem as if it's cool. But at the end of the day, you know, it's like there's this joke that somebody would say, because in the island people love curry goat. So because they say all the goats going to hell, this guy said, well, the only thing he would need is a pound of curry, because all the goats going to hell, so he'll be able to make curry goats there. So again, you know, just think about it. You know, you have a kid, that means you're a mother goat. You know, or if you're the dad, you're a ram. You know, so it's just things. But like I said, I'm sticking to what I know is true and what I believe is true. Jesus says, suffer the little children to come unto me, unless you become as this child. He didn't say in the Bible anything about goat. So again, I'm giving credit where credit is due. So like I said, when I see universe, I see God. Embrace your role as a co-creator and manifest your reality through the thoughts, inner thoughts, and actions you express. So again, to me, I cannot co-create with the universe. I co-create with God. Because who is the creator? God is the creator. So I am co-creating with God. When I'm manifesting, he's bringing things to life. Yes, it's good when I pray to God, just like Daniel did. He prayed and God sent the answer with the angels. So when I pray to God directly, he sends my angels to provide me, to give me what I need. Because in life and everything is order. In your home, you may say, people may be rebellious, wanting to say, oh, we're gods, and yeah, we're little gods and goddesses, because God is the big God, the big G. But then at the same time, you wouldn't allow your children to run ragged. So therefore, There must be somebody else above, somebody else, as above, so below. You don't see the CEO at the next corner store or fast food restaurant. It's all the way up there somewhere at the top, right? So there is order. There is order. And again, some people may want to be politically correct. They want to fit in with everybody. But again, at some point, if you try to spread yourself so thin, you're going to lose, again, talking about your authenticity, because you won't be able to keep up to please everybody. It's like, which side are you on? Whose report do you believe? So you're co-creating with God when you pray. And for some of you, whatever it is that you have been praying for, this is about your purpose. You want to know the next step, what it is that you need to know. And God is saying, go ahead. You can do this. You can do this. You have the gifts, everything that's inside of you, all the tests, all the trials you have gone through in life. It's not for nothing. Nothing you go through will be wasted. You will need to use that to help others to reach back out, because that is your purpose here on earth. That is your purpose here on earth. And at the back here, it's the Virgo. It says, your pursuit of excellence is admirable, but let self-compassion guide you. Perfection lies not in lawlessness, but in the authenticity of the heart and soul. Again, authenticity. Be authentic. Another card about be authentic. Some of you, you're driven, you're very hardworking as well. Your pursuit, whatever you're doing, you go very hard at it. You work very hard. And Spirit is saying, let your self-compassion guide you. Also be compassionate on yourself. Sometimes we can be perfectionists, right? And it's kind of like, give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. It's like when you're doing it authentically, it will flow. It will flow. And the moon talks about secret, what is unknown. It says, in times of darkness, find solace in the knowledge that the light will return in times of brightness. Appreciate the illumination and let it guide your steps. So yeah, it's like, even though the moon, it's secret and all of this stuff, but growing up, the moon, whenever we have full moon, new moon, it was the best time for me, because that was the electricity that I had. And so yes, even though, yes, the moon talks about secrecy, things that are hidden and unknown, but at the same time, there is so much that if you look on the brighter side of life, it can help to illuminate other parts of your life as well. It all depends on your perspective, how you look at it. So it's like, just know that even in the unknown, God is causing all things to work together for good. It's like, while you're waiting, you're really not waiting, you're still moving, because the light from the moon, it's illuminating your path as well. It's you trusting your intuition, knowing that God is going to cause everything to work together for your good. And remember, do not compete, do not compare. And think about, why is it my thing is taking so long, and this other person, they're getting their breakthrough, they're getting their blessings. Again, the bigger the burden, the bigger the blessing. And as we embark upon this holiday season, where you'll be doing cooking and all of this stuff, you're going to realize, the bigger the turkey, the bigger the chicken, whatever meat you're cooking, the bigger it is, the longer it's going to take in the oven or the pressure cooker, or whatever, the grill. The bigger the burden, the bigger the blessing. So this is why we resist the need to compete and to compare. And this is why, again, you are authentic, you are unique. Everybody go through their own thing. And just like a tree, is like, if we all play our part, we can complete the mission successfully. Just like the tree, the root, the branch, the leaves, the stem, everybody's minding their own business, staying in their own lane. Because if we stay in our own lane, stop competing, stop comparing, we can all arrive at our destination safely. Just be yourself, because your gift, it's unique and it's authentic to you. So with the Mercury here, your words carry the potential to inspire, to heal, and to illuminate the minds. So it's like you cause a lot of people to think. Also their hearts, their hearts open. People will see things in a new light as well. So for some of you, you have, talking about God, goddess, you have this goddess energy here. Male or female, guys, remember it's an energy. So the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. I mean, when I look at this, it's like looking at the divine feminine. It's you being open to receive. You're intuitive. I mean, this is where you are a servant of God, but unlike in the 3D on earth, if you say somebody is your servant, they'll get upset, right? Or people will take offense to that. But in the spiritual realm, God tells his servants his secrets. So it's like, and talk about co-creating, it's like you are a partner, you're part of the share. It's like you're not treated like you're less than. He actually trusts you enough to tell you his secrets, tell you his plans. And this is why so many of you, or so many of us, are here, or wherever you are. You're so intuitive, you're psychic, you have a gift. God shows you things, he gives us insight on all of these things. So again, with you being able to help others to heal, you're getting messages from God. You're receiving, you're open to receive, to hear from God. And I love it. I love that for you. Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, so for a lot of you, with this beggar card in the back, it confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. So for a lot of you, you're awakened to the spiritual authority of humility and compassion, and you raise your vibration. Your self-esteem, you see yourself in a bigger light. It's like you're not dependent on others, for the exclusion of any of their effort. You're not depending on anybody to propping you up. So for a lot of you, this is what you're doing. You're empowering others, encouraging them. Because a lot of people, when I see the beggar, it's like persons may be in need of an encouraging word. They need an advice. They need somebody to look up to. And this is who you are. You're stepping in this energy here. So that's great. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Yeah, so you have that Midas touch. Entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches. Wow. So yeah, with the fire here, talk about creative, you're passionate. Some of you, you're entrepreneurs as well, you're business owners, or you're venturing out into that too. Maybe that's gonna be your life purpose as well. You have the ability to turn anything to gold. Again, you have that God goddess energy, right? So of course, you're co-creating with God. You share a lot of advice. You give a lot of suggestions. You have a lot of gifts, talents, and abilities in your hand as well. For a lot of you with child wounded, you awaken to your compassion and desire to serve others. Wounded children opens the learning path of forgiveness. I'm telling you, child wounded, it's the things that you have gone through, and it's the reason why the enemy comes after a lot of you, a lot of us, when we were children, because he wants to wound us, to break us so bad, so that you will never get over the things. Again, hurt people. So again, because certain people in your life may have done certain evilous things to you as a child, then you probably would grow up hurting somebody else, and then it's like the chain reaction keep on going on. And this is what I'm saying, for a lot of you, a lot of us, while you're going on telling your story, inspiring others, you're also healing yourself as this child wounded here. This is awesome. It's like you're not blaming dysfunctional relationships. You're forgiving people. You're not resisting moving on. You're forgiving people and you're keeping it pushing. Yeah, because right behind it is child divine. That's who you are. You know, you're a child of God. That's who you are. Innocence, purity, and redemption. So just a special connection with the divine. Absolutely. And this is why God holds you. He holds us so close to his heart, because you're his and he takes care of his own. A lot of you people could have bullied you too. You know, whether it's for your faith, your belief, or just when you were a child as well. So this is why after you went through all of these trials and ups and downs, on the other side of it, again, talking about the moon and your perspective, on the other side of it, God has something greater in store for you. But again, it's just that we don't need to give up. Right, don't give up, don't give in. Hero or heroine here. It says passion for a journey of personal empowerment. I'm telling you, you are going up, you know, climbing that mountain. It's like for a lot of you, you've done it. You are a hero. People look up to you, or a heroine. It's like people look up to you. People admire your tenacity, your courage, your strength, your drive, your willpower, your determination to keep going. To keep going in spite of. I mean, look, they keep climbing. You know, just keep going. It's like God is giving you that lifeline. And this is what I'm saying. When I see universe, I see God. God is sustaining you. He's keeping you. It's like as you take one step, it's by faith. It's faith move. Every step of the way. Because it's like when you're going up some terrains, you don't know. It's like your foot may slip and it's like it gets scary. Talk about faith in it. Faith. It's you trusting God, asking him to keep you as you venture out on whatever this is. You trust in him that he's going to take you from the bottom up to the top. It's like God is doing what he needs to do. You're doing what you need to do on this end. And that is co-creating. That is a partnership. That's the relationship that you're building with God. And I love that. Yeah, so for a lot of you, yeah, it's like you're making plans. Some of you talks about 2 of Wands, about travel, moving forward, forgiveness. You know, not looking back. It's like you're ready to go with the Ace of Cups here. Yes. You know, for a lot of you, a lot of people, they're not gonna be happy. They're gonna be up in their heads when it comes to the purpose and the calling that you have on your life here. I mean, a lot of you, you're back with a vengeance. It's like you're back with blood in your eyes and breaking the deck. It's the moon again. You know, it's moving on in faith, moving on in faith for whatever it is that God has in store for you. This is the Holy Grail. This is the cup of life. God is giving you this mantle here, showering you with his blessings. This is what is on the other side of the spectrum for you, where you will reap if you faint not. You will reap. I mean, it's not easy when you're going through it. I know it's not easy when you're going through it. It's like it's a never-ending cycle. But again, it's like if you don't get these tests, if you don't have these adversities and oppositions, it's like, how is it you're going to know how strong you are? How is it that you're going to be able to tell somebody truly to keep going, don't give up? It's because you have done it. It's because when you felt as if you wanted to throw the towel in, you did not. You did not. You know, again, build it and they will come, because it's like as you're making your plans to venture out on the nudges from God as this divine being, right behind you is this Ace of Cups. God is right behind you. It's like you're not even going to see when this blessing comes to you. That is you making the bold move, the faith move. Wow. Right behind it, I'm telling you, I mean, of all the cards, the devil. And we know the devil is a liar. Talk about obsession, toxicity, chain. You know, the devil show up with the Wheel of Fortune here in the back. So it's like the devil is showing up, but guess what? The wheel is turning in your favor. The wheel is turning in your favor. And if it's the devil in the way, we're going to roll it over him. And we're not going to look behind. Because for a lot of you, again, you're looking ahead. The devil is there in the background. You're not paying any attention to him. For some of you, you're getting whatever on your phone. You're waiting for something. You're waiting. You could be listening to something motivating, inspiring while you're going along your way. You're not paying any attention to the devil, because right here in the back, the wheel is turning in your favor. This is your destiny, your calling. I told you, some people are not going to be happy in the background here. With the Three of Pentacles working together. But again, justice is here in the background. It's like 10 of Pentacles. What is yours, it's going to come to pass. So you're going to have some people who are not going to be happy about whatever this is that you're venturing into here. I'm telling you, a lot of you, you're this Nine of Wands, this wounded warrior. You've been through enough to know that you are enough. And this is why, again, as the goddess energy here, you don't look like what you have been through. Oh, with the Tower right behind it. You don't look like what you've been through. This great change, this shake-up that God is bringing into your life. Spirit is saying, no looking back. Do not look back. Do not look back. Whatever is for you. Anything that's so funny, this card was on top. No looking back. The devil may be behind you, but don't look back. Because you have the testament, the stories for what you have been through. I love it for you. I love it for us.